All right, and we welcome you back into Fairfield Ludlowe High School FCIAC Semifinal volleyball. Fairfield Ludlowe at 14-3, 17-3 in the FCIAC. One to get here with a win over Darien in the quarterfinals at home. Warde a much more difficult path. They went on the road and they took down Greenwich. They're 10-6, 11-6 in the FCIAC as we get ready to go here tonight. Your starters for Ludlowe, it will be Nolan, Corbett, Suderland, Sanborn, Blanco, Clark, and Lumage. And for Warde, it is Henry, Gilliard, Boland, Rembish, Berger, and Edminster. Hey, let's get this underway, shall we? It's Fairfield Ludlowe, it's Fairfield Warde. Again, in the regular season meeting, it was Ludlowe 3, Warde 1. The game was played at Warde. Tonight, a much different scenario. Most of Warde's bomb squad is at Norwalk High School, cheering their team to victory in the FCIAC Championship for soccer. But very much like last time, there is an active student presence, there is an active crowd presence, and we are ready to go here from Fairfield Ludlowe. Ball will be put in play by Ava Sanborn, and we're underway in the FCIAC semifinals. Warde not off to a great start. It's just barely put over by Edminster. Ludlowe going the other way, moving left to right, and they get the opening point. 1-0. Fairfield Ludlowe takes the lead. Sanborn keeps the serve. Beautiful set. Beautiful block. It was Corbett and Lumage, and it's 2-0 Fairfield Ludlowe. You have to love it when your seniors come up like that. This is a group of seniors as she serves it right into the net. Warde breaks the serve a few points in and will get it. It's going to be Noah Berger to serve it for the Mustangs. Again, this is a Ludlowe senior class that has been here for 4 years. 4 years ago, they won the FCIAC and state championship. And they intend to repeat. That's been the goal ever since they were freshmen. They started, a lot of them, as sophomores. And tonight could be their last FCIAC playoff game. Beautiful finish, and it cannot be returned. It's Lumage, and Ludlowe gets the serve back at 3-2. We talked to Coach Megan Skelton in her 14th season. She knows this is a special team. She said this has been a team in the making, and that's why I played them at such young ages. Now they're at old ages, and it's 3-3. Again, the FCIAC semifinals. Earlier today, West Hill won 3 straight sets. They went extra points in the 5th, and they won it 3-2 over the Trumbull Eagles. So the top seed is into the championship, and it's out. However, should Ludlowe, the championship will be here on Saturday, regardless of who wins this game. So if Ludlowe wins, although they would be the visiting team technically, they would still have a home court advantage. Warde trying to even things out, and they will not. It's wide, and it's 5-3. Ludlowe ties their largest lead of the night. Katrina Henrich into serve. She's a senior. It's in. And Warde makes it a 1-point game. Warde, you know, is not going to be a pushover. from looking at this is not a game you can play on paper, clearly, after what happened in the semifinals as Margaret Nolan checks back in. She was an original starter. So the 6 that started the game for Ludlowe are still on the court, or at least are back on the court. Mia Rembish, no, they switch her out. Rembish was gonna serve, now it's Vanessa Weiss, first sub for Fairfield Warde of the night. She gets the serve at 5-4, the Mustangs trail, opening set of the FCIAC semifinals. Nolan, Suderlin, no. But wait a minute, the net comes down, there was whistles during the play, and the point goes to Fairfield Ludlowe, so they're back up by 2, and they get the serve back. Rotation, and Emma Davies comes in. She did not start, but she's a big part of this Ludlowe team, and she will serve from all the way back. Puts it in. Kill on the outside is rejected. And Ludlowe has the largest lead of the night on either side. It's a 3-point game. Caitlin Bolin thought she may have been able to put it through, but this Ludlowe team has blocked 2 shots already. Davies, serve number 2. Coming up on the near side, a little tap, but Gilliard's tap is returned. Ludlowe gets the deflection, and it's 8-4. They build on this lead. However, we know that no lead is safe, especially after we saw West Hill come back from down 2 sets to none in the early match. Again, they await the winner in Saturday's FCIAC Championship here at 3 o'clock. Suderlin, part 2, it's good. And Ludlowe's out to a 5-point lead. 2 iconic Fairfield coaches in this matchup tonight. It's Matt Norwald, the legendary coach for the Mustangs, and of course 14th year head coach Megan Skelton for the Falcons. Warde in trouble. It's going to be bumped over just barely by Edminster. Suderlin a little wide, and Warde finally is able to break Ludlow's serve. They got the ball back. Put in. They're going up. Suderlin again. The right side hitter, the senior. And it's 10-5. She was a member of that original group. They are the last Ludlowe volleyball group that won an FCIAC championship. Also, the last group that won a state championship. Here's a junior who came in right after, Allie Clark. Wide on the return, it's 11-5. Fairfield Ludlowe has battled and battled and battled all season long. As we mentioned, they haven't lost much, only 3 games, all 3 FCIAC opponents. Trumbull, Greenwich, and Darien. Only one of those, I beg your pardon, yes, West Hill, Greenwich, and Darien, as Ludlowe gets the point, and it's 7. The lead is, that is, and a timeout. 17 points in, Ludlowe has the early advantage. Matt Norwald gonna try and calm his girls down. We'll take a break, and we'll resume action here in the first set when we get back. Warde timeout is wrapping up. Ludlow's already out on the court. Allie Clark will resume her serve, the junior. The libero at 5'7". She's also a softball superstar, was in the starting lineup for just about every game for the Falcons last season. They had an early exit. They'll look to win an FCIAC title this year. And she puts it into play. Low line drive, too hard to return. And the lead grows to 8. For Warde, something you don't want to do is give Ludlowe too big of a lead because they're not letting it go. 13-5, just warming things up in the FCIAC semifinals. And right into the net. A line drive serve from McMichael. That is Abigail McMichael, and it is 14-5. Ludlowe looking to get to a double-digit lead. Would be a great way to start this thing. Clark in play. That's going to go wide, and Ludlowe's up to double digits at a 10-point lead. They are just running this right now. Warde needs to put up a stop, and fast. Here's Clark once more. The soft touch brings it over. Blanco is rejected. Warde breaks that run, and it's down to a 9-point lead. Here's Claire Edminster, the 5'9" junior, to serve it in. She sends it over. Received by Ludlowe. Suderlin blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Ludlowe gets the serve back, and they're back up 10, their largest lead of this match. The Falcons here via a 3-1 win over Darien in the quarterfinals of the FCIAC tournament. Revenge after a 3-2 loss that broke their opening 12-game win streak. Warde able to keep it in. That Ludlowe wall unable to put it away. But there's still chance. Lumage makes it too hard to return, and Ludlow's up 11. Beautiful job, Amy Lumage. She doesn't get the kill, but she'll be credited with the points. It's Margaret Nolan to serve. We'll get to her in a minute. Warde, and it's out. 18-6. Talk about Margaret Nolan. She's one of those key players, likely an all-FCIAC candidate. Coach Skelton said she's kind of like our firecracker on the court. And in a game like this, you sure could use a firecracker. Far side. This for Blanco. But it's too light. Warde's able to return. And it's right into the ground. Pass to diving Clark. 18-7. Warde begins to fight back. Warde had no problem trailing. They love being the underdog. But again, there is something to say about getting up early in a match like this. Substitution for Fairfield Warde, and a new server. It's put in play. And Blanco trying to get the kill. She got it. 19-7, a 12-point Ludlowe lead. And they are just moving. Warde's not getting more than one or two serves before Ludlow's able to get a point. We're back to our original server. That's Ava Sanborn, the 5'6" senior setter. She'll serve for the second time in this match. Clark should have let it go, but she doesn't, and it's 19-8. Ludlowe, amazingly, is 6 points from wrapping up this set. Warde is trying to avoid that in hostile territory with very little support here tonight. Lumage, another great spike, and it's 20-8. And now it's Joe Blanco to serve. Skelton saying she's a very good player. She brings a nice calm presence to the team. So you've got two very contrasting seniors You've got Margaret Nolan, the firecracker, on the court, and Blanco with the calming presence. Skelton says it adds to a great balance. What a crazy rally. Ludlowe still with a very good chance to win this point, but they can't. For the first time tonight, Warde wins a big point. They're down by 11, but 5 points for Ludlowe gives them the set. Opening set is crucial in a match like this, a rivalry match, that is. Serve coming in from Megan Dowden. Blocked at the rim, it's Corbett. And Warde reaches double digits, closes the gap to 10. This is the first time Warde has gotten a chance to really get a serve established. Now Dowden's got to keep it. 20-10. Warde starting to show some signs of life. And they get a missed spike, which makes it 9. They're back to single digits, and this first set is anything but over. The 5'5" senior that specializes on defense, Megan Dowden, continuing to serve. Into play. Blanco from the back row. Lumage up front. And Ludlowe is back up by double digits and is 4 points from the set. Ludlowe rotates. Katrina Henrich will serve for the second time tonight. With the nest to her back, Ludlowe will be serving towards the nest in the second set. A block. And a huge one at that. It's an 11-point game. Our first time in the gym, our first time bringing you a live event inside the gym. We're so glad to have you with us for the FCIAC semifinals. Warde had a couple of points in a row, but Ludlowe's been able to recalibrate, something absolutely crucial. Corbett's serve gets spike gets returned, but they put it back the second time, and Ludlowe is 2 points away. (23-11). They set it up nicely, but it's out. And it's set point for Fairfield Ludlowe, a chance to win this first set. Henrich to serve. That one a little lower than the previous ones. And Warde fights back. Not done yet are the Mustangs. It's 13 and 24-12. Set point number 2 for the Falcons. Vanessa Weiss into serve. It is long, it is down. She pinpoints it. About as far back as she could hit that. And it's 24-13. So the serve stays with Weiss at 24-13. The third match point for set point for Fairfield Ludlowe is out. Ludlowe getting a little sloppy, and they let Warde back into it at 24-14. Timeout Ludlowe. Good call, as this was starting to get out of hand. Warde is hanging around at 24-14, but still a lot of work to be done. Back in a bit here in the FCIAC semifinals on the Falcon Sports Network. The Nest in full force tonight as we welcome you back to the FCIAC semifinals. Ludlowe clinging to a 10-point advantage. This will be their fourth chance to win the set. They send only two to the back row. That's the two seniors, Blanco and Margaret Nolan. Three off to the far side, and they send one near. That's Maddie Corbett. Blanco the first in, and the set. Corbett couldn't do it for the set. Warde just barely pushes it over. Set up, Soderland, and there is the first set. 25-14, Ludlowe takes the 1-0 set lead. We're back in a bit here on the Falcon Sports Network. Second set about to get underway. We welcome you back to the FCIAC semifinals. Aiden Blank, so glad to have you with us as we welcome you here at Fairfield Ludlowe High School inside the main gym. Ludlowe wins the opening set fairly easily, although Warde was showing promising signs toward the end of it. Warde will be moving from left to right to begin the second set. Ludlowe from right to left. Ludlowe will be serving toward the Nest. They were serving with the Nest at their back to begin the match. Winner is going to face the West Hill Vikings, the top-seeded West Hill Vikings, in the FCIAC Championship Saturday at 3. From there, the state playoffs will start next week. Hit us up on Twitter at Falcon Sportsnet. And you can find out which games we will have next week, depending on who's home and where everybody's playing. Okay, let's get this second set going. Noah Berger gets her second try to serve, and she will do so to start the second set. Ludlowe wasting no time, putting themselves in a good chance. They take two players out of it, and they get the opening point. One nothing Ludlowe, subs coming in, and it's Joe Blanco back to the server line. Good serve. Warde going near side, it's out, and Ludlowe gets the opening 2 points. Again, Ludlowe trying to go on a run early. That's how they won the first set. They're going to try and do it again here. Blanco, the queen of Zen for Fairfield Ludlowe. trying to make it 3-0 and keep her serve. Warde barely gets it over on a running bump. They've done a good job adjusting to the Ludlowe spikes. That was a problem early, but later in the set they were able to return them, and they do it again. Now it's Rembish, rejected, and Ludlowe leads by 3. Blanco will get her 4th serve. The jump serve. Goes down. Warde gets their first point of the set. It's 3-1. Mustangs serve with a whole lot of pressure on them. Tipped over. And Ludlowe leads by 3 once more. Henrich will get another chance. She's been a common name for Fairfield Ludlowe in that server's line. She'll go with a jump serve, and she wants to restart it. Now she'll go with the jump serve. And Warde gets the point. Close it back in at 4-2. This match has not taken very long. We are moving very quickly because Ludlowe was moving very quickly in that first set. Count it, 4-3, Warde fights back. Rembish to serve. Her mother's an English teacher at Fairfield Ludlowe, so blood in both corners for the Rembish family. Although nothing but Warde from Mrs. Rembish to our right. Ludlowe gets the point, and it's 5-3. Hard spike, Ludlowe returns. Corbett with her own hard spike. That's gonna be played, no, it won't be played off the ceiling. Warde gets the point. And we're back to 1. Real hard spike off the hand of Claire Edminster, and she's only a junior. Matt Norwald's got her for another year. Nolan turns, lets it go, and Ludlowe gets the point to break Warde's serve with only 1 serve from the Mustangs. Allie Clark puts it in. Blocked. Edminster tried to tap it over, but Ludlowe was right there with the wall. And it's 7-4. What a match this has turned out to be. Ludlowe winning the first set. And they touch the net, so Warde is able to catch a lucky break. What could have been 5, 6, 7 serves from Ludlowe turns into just a few because Warde is able to break the serve. 7-5. It's long and it's out. Warde has had a problem with the serve. Second time that's happened this set. Now it's Nolan to serve. Trying to be the spark plug for this Ludlowe team and keep that fuse ignited. That's long and it's out. And Ludlowe's up 9-5. Warde has just got to push it over, and that's what they will do. Ludlowe puts up Blanco, and she nearly had a huge spike. They go for Lumage on the second try. Now they just tap it over. Warde with their own hard hit, and it goes down. Aisha Henry. 9-6, the Mustangs. Trailing, but not by much. High arcing serve. Near side. Blanco. Got it! Almost was blocked, but it went off a Warde player into two more, in between two more, I should say. And Ludlowe gets the point out of it. 10-6. All the bounces are rolling Ludlow's way tonight. They're getting all the breaks. And it certainly helped. A 1-0 set lead. Trying to make it 2. If they win this set, they would only need one more. Blanco was blocked, but Warde still has to return. Rembish bumps it over. Nolan sets it up for Corbett unconventionally, but it works. You don't normally see a dig to a spike, but you see it right there, and Ludlowe gets an 11th point out of it. They lead by 5, 17 points into this second set. Ava Sanborn will hit it in. She's had some real good sets tonight, serves as well. Ludlowe sending Clark deeper than the 4 that are at the net. That's Nolan, Clark, Lumage, Corbett. Beg your pardon. That's Nolan, Blanco, Lumage, and Corbett. Clark, Long, and Sanborn to serve. They want that block. And even some smiles poking through for the girls from Ludlowe. Why not? That'll take it right off their faces. 11-7. Warde hanging around. Good chance. But Long, wait a minute. 2 hits. Ludlowe again by 5. Warde barely gets it over. Ludlowe emphatically puts it down. It's Amy Lumage. And they get the lead up to 6. Timeout, Warde. You know the drill. We'll take one with you back in a bit. 20 points into this second set. Back at Fairfield, Ludlowe, semifinals of the FCIAC tournament. Winner meets West Hill, the top seed for the championship, Saturday at 3. Warde has kind of just hung around tonight. They haven't been great, and they certainly haven't led. But they fight back. Ludlowe gets that point and is now doubled Warde's score up, 14-7. Warde has kind of just hung around. They win a few points here and there. They have little spurts. But Ludlowe has by far been the most dominant team. This serve is long, and it's causing problems for Warde, who just barely get it over. Now they got to get back into position. Corbett. Warde's return nearly off the roof. Nolan. Sanborn Lumage, and Ludlowe puts it in again, 15-7. Real good crowd for this FCIAC matchup. It is small in this gym. It gets hot. But this crowd is here. They are vocal, and they very much want to see their side win, whether that's Ludlowe or Warde. How perfect was that serve from Joe Blanco? It just dropped off the face of the earth. Nobody had a prayer of returning it. And the serve master Blanco, that is, one more time. Rembish decides against a spike. Ludlowe taps it over. A good hit, but not enough from Weiss. Ludlowe on the other end, a little too long, and Warde breaks the serve at 16-8. A whistle coming, quick check at the scorer's table. And indeed, it is Alicia Henry to serve for the Mustangs. Huge jump serve, but it's too low. You just can't make those kind of errors against a team like Ludlowe. They will make you pay. Ludlowe 2 sets away from going to the FCIAC championship. Although, in this sport, you just can't get too ahead of yourself. Every point matters, and every point has the chance to change the game. And Warde has shown they have runs in them. The question is, can they just get a big enough one? They can't send it over. Too many hits. And Ludlowe is up by double digits, 11-point advantage. This Ludlowe team has certainly lived up to their hype. They played here in the FCIAC quarters. If they win this, they'll play 3 matches in the FCIAC tournament, all on this court. And boy, would that help. Especially against a team like West Hill. It's 19-9. In the air. Oh, what a spike! That was huge. It's 20-9, and again, Ludlowe in front. They were in front by the same score just a set ago. It took them a little longer than they would have liked to win it. Chance to save, they cannot. And it's 20-10, same way it went down last set. Ludlowe loses another, it's 20-11. The Mustangs again, down 20-9. They fight back for two more. It's very similar to that first set. Only now they really could use a win here. They don't want to go down 2-0. Put in play by Vanessa Weiss. Good serve by the senior. Now they're going to return it. It's to the outside for Edminster. Blanco, a long spike. Not enough to go down. This one will. Off the wall, 20-12. It's not a friendly environment, to say the least. Vanessa Weiss. The spike. They're back up by 9 and 4 points from a 2-0 lead. We will be here Saturday should Ludlowe win. 21-12, and it skips free of the Warde defender. It's now 22-12. And it's back to Clark. The junior with ice in her veins, beautiful serve. But Warde fighting back. 9 points again. They seem to play their best volleyball when they're down big. If they played this way to begin the set, there's no telling what could happen. Right into the net. Magic number down to 2. Remember, Ludlowe hasn't even played in an FCIAC final since 2015. That was the last time they won it. That was the last time they were in it. Nolan, the drop serve, and it's tough to return. They gotta get it over here, and they do. Nolan again. Blanco for the Sanborn set, and another set point. They win this set point, it'll be back-to-back 25-13 set wins. They go to Nolan. She's their spark plug, trying to finish off the Mustangs in set number 2. Blanco, no, it was Lamage, and she's blocked to make it a 10-point game, but it's still set point. Championship point number 2. And this time it's Warde to serve. Got it. Ludlowe 25, Warde 14. So they win 25-13, 25-14, and 25 more points for the Falcons puts them in the FCIAC championship match. We'll take a break. Ludlowe with a chance to clinch a spot in the title game. When we get back. Friday night on FSN is football night. Tomorrow night, Ludlowe and Greenwich, the defending state champions, at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock I should say, from Fairfield, Ludlowe. We'll have the pregame for you at 5:50. It's only on FSN. I'll be with Zoe Alter tomorrow night. Should be a blast as Fairfield Ludlowe looks to pull off a major upset in the FCIAC standings. Should they win, they really would have a chance. If they won out, they'd have only 2 losses and would have a good chance to make the state playoffs. They've got Greenwich, Danbury, and then Fairfield Warde on Thanksgiving morning. Stay tuned for more on that. In all likelihood, we will have FSN Tailgate live with the Nest on Thanksgiving morning. But right now, we're watching the Nest cheer on Ludlowe Volleyball, who's a set away from the FCIAC championship berth that they've always wanted. They got one in 2015. They won that, and they won a state title. They look to do the same here. Last year, they fell in this round. They were not up 2-0, but they fell to trouble in this round, the eventual champions. This whole year has been about revenge and sending the seniors that were here for that championship off on a good note. What better note to send them off on than a 3-0 win to make it to the championship game over your rivals? We are back underway in set number 3. Warde has to win 3 sets in a row if they want a shot at the title. It's Corbett. Ludlowe has won both opening points, and they win a third. It's 1-0. 3 o'clock on Saturday, the championship of the FCIAC volleyball tournament. It'll be right here. If Ludlowe's in it, we'll have it on the NFHS network. It should be a blast. Winner is taking on West Hill, and yet again, Ludlowe's up 2-0. Not exactly what you would expect from a Warde team that really took it to Greenwich. Took them 5 sets, yes, but they were competitive the whole time. In the air. And Ludlowe gets a third. They've gone up 3-0 now in all 3 sets. All 3 sets have started the same way. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Warde up against the ropes. 4-0. On this Thursday night, it's Fairfield Ludlowe and it's Fairfield Warde. And it's 5-0. What a run to start this set for Fairfield Ludlowe, and they send their starting server, Ava Sanborn, to the line. They're on a roll, and something tells me you're not going to stop them. Rembish, and they get a point. 5-1 in set number 3. In the air. Warde bounces back with 2 in a row, 5-2. Gotta hand it to Warde. No matter what happens here, they're going to the state tournament. They will likely get a home game. And they will likely remember this night for a long time. No matter what happens. 5-3, they're not done yet. Ludlowe doesn't win the point, but they get a point back. It's 6-3. They barely send it over, but they get the point, and it's 6-4. Corbett with the hammer, and it goes down. 7-4, Falcons lead. So it may not be over, but Ludlowe's still hanging on to try and win this third set. How sweet would that be to sweep them? Sent over by Weiss. Suderland finishes. It's 8-4. This one has not been nearly as close as the first one was. Trumbull and West Hill, one of the great matches you will see all year, possibly ever. It's 9-4, and you have to think, how great would it be to watch Ludlowe take on the top seed West Hill in the championship on Saturday? Well, we are 16 points from that happening. Suderland taps it over as opposed to the usual spike. She gets it again. No, it's Corbett. Blocked, but they barely got to return it. Norwell knows they're in trouble, and they are. It's 10-4. He was sitting there with his hands over his head. He knows there's nothing they can do at this point that's going to quiet this Ludlowe crowd or this Ludlowe team. It's 10-4 and a minute timeout. We're back in 30. Ludlowe and Warde, one of the oldest rivalries in this town. No, I'm kidding, it's new. However, it's one of the strongest rivalries in all the FCIAC. Hate going on both sides, and it's long. So in the FCIAC semis, Ludlowe leads 11-4. Henrich to serve, a little lower than usual. Warde's had a tough time with those. Wide point Ludlowe. 12-4 again. They start off slow, but they keep building and building and building and building. It's 12-4, 8-point lead. And eventually, Ludlowe's gonna get a chance to really pull away. Blocked. Put over, they save it. Henrich gets it, but it hits the top of the ceiling. Oh, that was tough. It breaks Warde's Ludlowe's serve. (12-5), it's long. And it's 13-5. Warde just has been just got no, it's been a horrible uphill battle for Fairfield Warde. They're at Ludlowe. They've got little to no support. All the support going Ludlow's way. And yet they still managed to get a point. And they still managed to stay vocal. No breaks have gone their way. Ludlowe has gotten every break possible tonight. When Ludlowe needs a point to break a rally, they get it. At 13-6. Suderland with a softer touch than she would have liked. Another soft touch. And another Warde return. They get a chance. Blanco, Nolan, it's over. This one's not coming back though. And it's 13-7. You can hear this crowd, they love it. It's a very pro-Ludlowe crowd, as it likely will be Saturday. Suderland, another soft touch. You can tell she wants a spike. She nearly had a block, but Warde gets another point back. It's 13-8. And Ludlowe needs a timeout, rightfully so. They've only used a few, but they use it now. 13-8. Fairfield Warde leads it. We'll take a break. Beg your pardon, Fairfield Ludlowe leads it, and we'll take a break. FCIAC Semifinals, Ludlowe vs. Warde. Winner gets West Hill in 2 days at 3 o'clock on Saturday for the championship. Ludlowe students continuously filing in as this match goes longer and longer. Tough return off the Blanco spike, but they get it. Not gonna get that. Suderland money. She had a couple of soft touches, and we were saying she wants to spike it so bad. She gets a chance, and she puts it down. Allie Clark back in the game, and she gets to serve. Her right wrist is taped, and that's the hand she will use to serve. Can't get it over, it's 14-9. Warde within 5 with a serve. They don't go long, instead they go short. Blanco. Her spike's gonna get returned, it's sent over. Davies to Blanco again. Warde has to get it over. They will. They push it. Tough from Nolan, and nobody gets there. It's 14-10. This is the closest Warde has made it. They're not going down without a fight. (14-10). It's a 4-point game. Nolan pushes all the way to Blanco. The spike rolled off the net. Blanco again. Oh, she's money. You can barely get a hand to it. Ludlowe has this killer front court where anybody can put it down. Even Nolan, who's going to go serve right now. You've got Lumage. You've got Blanco. And of course, you've got Suderling. Nolan the bump. Spike. Blanco. Rolls off the front of the net again. Now it deflects off the net. Blanco. They keep going to her. Eventually, she's going to put one down. Nolan couldn't save it. We're back to 4. Warde is hanging around and hoping that Ludlowe will get a little nervous, start making some mistakes. (15-11). Low. At this point, Warde is just giving Ludlowe these extra points, and they just can't. Good save. Close for Corbett. Clark keeps it alive. Beautiful spike. Ludlowe hangs on though. This one a little softer. Saved by Nolan. Set for Lumage. And we got a good point. Nolan again. This time it's Corbett. Who finishes? It's 17-11. Serve from Ava Sanborn. Long. Ludlowe building to a 7-point lead. 18-11. They lead 2 sets to none. They force a Warde timeout. And we'll take a break right with them. 18-11. Ludlowe's magic number down to 7 as we move along here in the FCIAC semis on FSN. Nothing. Ludlowe on top, and they're 7 points from a date with top seed West Hill, a rematch with top seed West Hill in the championship. But Warde has something to say. They're fighting, clawing for every opportunity, and it's 18-12. Rotation for Warde. Their season on the line, and the serve goes to Noah Berger. Senior setter. She's done a good job tonight. But Ludlowe has just been outstanding. It's less about Warde's malfunctions and more about Ludlowe's ability to just finish every single point. They continue to pound it. It's 19-12. Falcons are 6 points away from a straight set victory and a second trip in the last 4 years to the FCIAC tournament, or FCIAC championship. Remember, they were just a win away last year. Fell to Trumbull at this stage. Serve was from Blanco. Block with Lumage and Corbett. Near side Corbett, and she kills it. Down to 5, and this crowd knows it. It's possible Blanco could just serve out the rest of this match if Ludlowe does not cede it. Jump serve. Low. Off the net. It's good. Warde a little stunned, it's out. That was unreturnable, so Ludlowe was lucky that it went out, but it does. It's down to 4, and Warde needs to break this serve because Blanco's just gonna keep dropping it in. The senior captain to serve at 21-12 in the FCIAC semis. Ludlowe up by 2 sets. Good serve. Long. Nolan. Corbett for the spike. No, it's returned, but the wall comes in, and they're down to 3. What a way for Ludlowe to have a chance to win it. We won't say win it, but they're right there. You can hear the nest loud and clear. Blanco at 22-12. Blocked, but Warde a chance. They send it over. Set up. Lumage. Oh. Warde. They will not keep it in. Warde finally breaks that unending Joe Blanco serve. She may have won this for them with that serve because it was questionable coming out of the timeout, but Blanco's run was unbelievable. Sanborn, she set almost every spike. It's wide though, so we're up to an 8-point game. (22-14). Blanco. Sanborn. The finish. 2 points from a trip to the title game. It's Katrina Henrich. Blanco hit it. It could have gone out, but it doesn't. It's 8 points. The difference. Substitutions. Lumage, Henrich to the bench. It's Nolan, Blanco, Ransom, Sanborn. It's out, and Warde makes it a 7-point game, as I was saying. Likely the last group to play on the floor in this match. It's Nolan, Blanco, Ransom, Sanborn, Suderland, and Corbett. It's out, and Ludlowe will serve for the match. They have yet to finish on a first set point. This is for the set and the match, and it goes to the senior. It's Emma Davies. She got it over. Warde. Sanborn. They can't do it. 3 sets in a row. Ludlowe has been unable to finish on their first set point. It's down to a 7-point match, and now Warde will serve, trying to avoid losing 3 straight here in the FCIAC semifinals. It's Alicia Henry to serve. It's 24-17. Ludlowe at match point number 2. Ransom. Point Warde. They win 2 in a row. It'll be match point 3. And Warde is still serving. Blanco out on the court talking to his co-captain Nolan, saying we need 1 more point. It doesn't have to be pretty. We need 1 more point. Henry keeps the serve for the Mustangs at 24-18. It's long, and Fairfield Ludlowe is back in the FCIAC championship. For the first time since they won it all in 2015, Ludlowe is one of the best two in the conference. They win this final set 25-18 and have a date with the top seed West Hill on Saturday at 3 o'clock. A clean sweep of the 7th seed, the Mustangs. And I'll tell you, that was about as dominant a performance as you're gonna see. Now they need to bring that to the championship on Saturday. Before Saturday, though, there's a pretty big football game tomorrow. The Greenwich Cardinals come to town to take on Fairfield Ludlowe football. We'll be on the air at 5:50, 6 o'clock kick from Taft Field. The defending state champs are in town. And then, of course, on Saturday, we'll be on the air at 2:50 as Ludlowe looks to finish off what has been an incredible FCIAC tournament run and win themselves a championship. So for that, well, we'll try that one more time. For our entire crew here at Fairfield Ludlowe, we say good night. In less than 24 hours, football is on the air. In less than 48 hours, the volleyball championship will be on the air. For Chris Blank, our cameraman, and our entire crew, I'm Aiden Blank, and there's really only one more thing to say, and that is, for the first time since 2015, Fairfield Ludlowe is in to the FCIAC championship match. It'll be Ludlowe and number 1 West Hill on Saturday. We will see you then. But until then, have a great night.